Hello guys, and thank you for tuning in today. Today I'm going to talk about budget. I'm going to talk about setting yourself goals for silver and gold. But first of all, I want to talk about my pair of jeans. Now, if you're like me, you buy a pair of jeans, a single pair of jeans, and you wear it every day for 6 months to a year. If you're not like me, that's fine. But me, I'm the one of the cheapest mother that you can see. I buy generic instant coffee. I really save my money, and by doing this, it allows me to buy more gold and silver and collectible coins, which is my passion. It's my hobby, and also it's a little bit of my side business for now. So yeah, my pair of jeans, unfortunately, I had it for a year. It's for our first year anniversary and it's just falling apart. My jeans are just going to shred and to dust. Like, it's crazy. The fabric is so thin. But I asked my girlfriend, I looked at her and I said straight to her face, why is this happening? I wasn't mean to my jeans. And she looked at me with a dumb stare for a few seconds, like, are you seriously asking me that, bro? Like, she said, if you would put, as she said, let's put it this way, if you put your jeans under a microscope to a molecular level, you would see the fibers just breaking apart. Okay, so that's why your jeans are just tearing up, or just like turning to dust. So I'm gonna have to buy another pair of jeans, unfortunately, on our first year anniversary of me and my jeans. But then again, I have no choice. Apparently, you cannot walk naked in the street. You can get arrested for that. So I'm not going to do this. Not going to take my chances. I'm going to buy another pair of jeans. But the point being is, being cheap like that, it allows me to buy a little bit more gold and silver each month. So let's talk about goals. It's very important if you're a new stacker, especially if you're a new stacker, is to set yourself some goals each and every month. And gold is very expensive right now. So a lot of people that will do is buy 1/10 of an ounce of gold, either in the form of bar or coin, pure gold, each and every month. It's something that it's doable. I know the price of gold is very expensive, but when you buy fractional gold, it's something that you actually can do. If you're cheap like me, well, you can achieve your goals. So you set aside some money each week, and by the end of the month, you go to your local coin shop and you buy, or online, and you buy 1/10 of an ounce of gold. And in 10 months, you'll have a full-blown ounce of pure gold. So this is called a strategy in order to accumulate, to stack gold. Silver is the same thing. But silver, I do not recommend to buy big amount of silver at a time. You buy a little bit at a time because of the fluctuation of the market. So we call this averaging your stack. So you buy a little bit silver at a time each and every month, and the price of silver doesn't really matter at that point, because you're just averaging your cost each month when it comes to your stack of silver. So a good strategy is to buy a little bit at a time when it comes to silver. So my goal was to buy 10 ounces of Royal Canadian Mint bars, which I achieved 3 weeks ago. So I have my 5 ounces, my 5 bars of 10 ounces of Royal Canadian Mint silver, and I have it right here. So this is done. I'm done with buying 10 ounces bars of Royal Canadian Mint. Achievement unlocked. It's done. My second goal was to fill those tubes, 10 tubes of constitutional silver. 80% of them are American, 90%. 20% of them are Canadian, 80% silver. Now, everything is full except for this little guy. This is a Canadian $50 constitutional. I need about 7 of them to fill the last tube. And when it's done, I'm done with $50 for this year. My goal has been achieved. Now, I want to, when it comes to gold, my goal would be about 2 to 3 ounces for this year, depending on the market. We'll never know what gold's price is going to be by the end of the year. So that's where I'm going to go fractional. And that's my goal for gold. So it's very important for you to set yourself some achievable goals, some goal that you can do, that you can actually purchase, depending on your budget, of course. Now, there's another thing. Me, I'm a collector of coins too. I'm into numismatics. I buy coins for their history and for just for the because it's a hobby, it's a passion for me, but mostly for the history of the coin. And this is random for me. I do not have a set budget for collectible coins. If I see a good deal, I will just buy it. One example here would be a Philip III or IV, depending on which date he was appointed. I don't know, there's a little bit of history here. But then again, this coin is from Philip III of IV of France, and it's 1280 to 1290. So when this coin was in circulation, the world was still with castles and knights, and a world very similar to the movie Braveheart or Kingdom of Heaven. So you know that this coin was in circulation back then, and you can feel the tangible history. Like if you have a little bit of imagination, you can transport yourself back in time by holding one of those coins, because this coin is genuine and it was circulating in those days. Who knows, a knight might have held it. You never know where this coin has traveled, but you know it was existing in a time where castles, knights, and all the fantasies that we see on movies becomes reality when you hold one of these coins, because you have a tangible proof of history right here, which is beautiful. And it's not expensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have nice collectible coins speaking to you in history. It's history in shape of coins, guys. That's what I meant to say. This one is from the Hate Crusade, from France, once again, Navarre, the county of Navarre, Mathilda II. Otto had a duchy, and Navarre was a county that was part of that duchy, and he went into the Eighth Crusade. So it might have followed Otto, who knows? Or Mathilda II might have touched it, or the King of France. That's what the beauty of having old coins like this. And let's take a look at a older coin still. If you have your Roman Empire, no, actually, yeah, very old Constantinian coin celebrating his victory. This is when the Roman Empire was switched to Christianity. This coin celebrates his great victory of conquering Rome. And he saw the night before a cross in the sky, the Constantinople cross, and he won a great victory that the next day. So it was the birth of Christianity in the Roman Empire, and this coin was to celebrate his victory and the turn of events, and religiously speaking, in the Roman Empire, which became Christian. And this is, once again, a tangible proof of history, ancient history. Another one, just to show you, show and tell today. A nice 1830 Caped bust, half American dollars with a small old variety, which is the rarest for that date. Once again, I paid like, what, $60, but I made a good deal on this one. So it just goes, and I'm talking Canadian dollars. So yeah, very cheap, but then again, it's a great deal. So if you look carefully, if you shop carefully, you can find beautiful historical coins. So today's video is to set yourself some 4 goals. And when you buy tubes like that, it's easy to know exactly what you're missing to achieve your goals. Like I know that I'm missing 7 Canadian half dollars, and boom, I'm done. And I'm waiting for tubes for my Canadian dollars, my American peace dollars, my Morgan dollars, and I'm going to put them into tubes. I'm going to keep you in touch. I'm going to make another video, and I'll see exactly what I have, and I'll be able to put myself a goal for this year for American and Canadian dollars, but just by looking at my tubes and how much tubes I want for those denomination. So yeah, that's a great strategy to buy goal to achieve your goals. So always have a budget each and every month, depending on what you can purchase. Be cheap. And most of all, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.